Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first social media video posting. I hope this goes well, or at the very least it doesn't just completely crash and burn and go off the rails. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Damon Kennard. I'm a real estate agent with Douglas Elliman. I focus primarily in the Harlem and Upper West Side neighborhoods of Manhattan. And one of the things that happens is people always ask me, how's the market doing? How's the real estate market doing? So I thought I'd use this medium of video to kind of talk a little bit about what's going on in Manhattan real estate. So the Douglas Elliman Manhattan Real Estate Report, Sales Report, was just released, and it showed a couple of really interesting things, and I just thought I'd pick out my top three. So the number one thing that jumped out at me was that the total number of sales dropped by 14.2% from the previous year. Now, that doesn't mean you have to panic. The market is not in free fall. It's nothing crazy. A large part of that was due to the new mansion tax law that went into effect on July 1st. So a lot of those sales from the third quarter that we just finished were poached in the second quarter because people were rushing to close those transactions before the new tax law went into effect. So the second quarter numbers were actually a little bit artificially inflated, which of course resulted in a significant drop off in the third quarter. So that was a big part of that. However, prices did see a bit of a pullback. The second thing that jumped out at me was that we saw an 8.2% year-over-year drop in the median sales price. And this is the lowest median sales price in 6 years. And this is, again, this is actually pretty normal. We saw about 6-7 years of just really aggressive price appreciation, and which was quite frankly just unsustainable. So seeing a little bit of a pullback right now is actually good for the overall health of the market. It's a good sign that just things are kind of balancing out a little bit. And again, no reason to panic. It's just a healthy market of people, really of buyers, just not rushing to make purchases as they were maybe 3-4 years ago. And it brings me to my third point. The third thing that I noticed was that inventory grew by 6.2% from the previous year. And because unfortunately, as people take longer to buy and new properties hit the market, that causes the inventory to grow. So right now, if you're a buyer in this market, you have a lot of choices and very little competition. Well, not very little, but a lot less competition, because you're just, again, other buyers, they're taking their time. They're kind of waiting to see if there's going to be a pullback. They're kind of checking to see what the economy is going to be doing. It's just not in a hurry, which is a good thing. If you are a seller in this market, it is super crucial that you avoid overly aggressive pricing strategies. You have a lot of competition right now for buyers' attention. And so if you get a little too aggressive, unfortunately, you could end up chasing the market down. So you just really want to be accurate right off the bat with your pricing strategies. So that's it. Let me give you one more bonus thing that I noticed. I did notice that rents increased by 7.5% from last year. So what I think this actually sets up perfectly for investors. So if you're thinking of investing with prices sort of pulling back and rents going up, it's actually a really good time to think about a rental income property. So that's just something to think about. So that's it. This was actually kind of fun, surprisingly, but there you have it. So that's it. If you have any questions, you were thinking of making a move, feel free to just direct message me via Facebook or Instagram. This is the best way to reach me. And I hope to do more of these videos. And maybe just not me geeking out on real estate numbers. I'll talk a little more about the Harlem neighborhoods, Upper West Side neighborhoods, local businesses, local events, things like that. Just kind of open it up a little bit, have a little more fun with this. But this is good. So I hope to hear from you soon, and I will talk to you again. Okay, bye.